What's going on, guys? Kaiser here, and today I'll be taking a look at the AirPods Pro to see if these new changes are really worth this $250 price tag. With that said, let's get to it. Alright, so these are the AirPods Pro. Inside the box you get your standard manuals, additional ear tips, a USB Type-C to Lightning adapter, and the AirPods Pro. Now the case did change from the previous AirPods. This time around it's a bit wider and heavier, but it is shorter. Now this is version 1. However, the only major differences between 1 and 2 is the wireless case. As for the actual design of the AirPods, the Pro version is considerably shorter. The vents are bigger and do a really good job reducing that plugged ear feel. The mic has been moved from the bottom to the side. The speakers are bigger, and the pod now actually sits inside your ear instead of at the tip. Now that alone is a big deal for me because I had a hard time keeping the previous version in my ear, and that's part of the reason why I passed on the second version. That along with the fact that the sound quality was exactly the same. Now in terms of call quality and video latency, Apple's always done a great job in these departments, and the Pro is no different. There's hardly any latency when watching videos, and the audio quality when on a call is still really good. This is the audio from the AirPods Pro mic. Now as far as pairing these, Apple still uses the H1 chip, and that process is still as seamless as it's always been. Aside from the new design, these pods now feature active noise cancellation. Now although it's not the best that I've heard, it is really good. Once on, you'll immediately notice a difference in sound. In addition to that, there's also transparency mode for those times when you need to hear what's going on around you. So now instead of having to remove the pods when engaging in a conversation, you can simply press the stem to activate transparency mode. Definitely a nice option to have. Now Apple also incorporated this ear fit test, and this is used to ensure that you're getting the best seal, which in turn will ensure that you're getting the maximum performance from these AirPods. Now this actually works really well. Initially when I put the pods in, I had a hard time getting a good seal on my right ear, and when I ran the test, it actually confirmed that I needed to adjust the right pod or use a different tip. So I adjusted it, ran the test again, and it passed. This feature is definitely impressive. Now in terms of sound quality, there's no comparison. The Pro versus the previous versions is like night and day. Now while the highs and mids have always been pretty good, there's now a low end present that's punchy, and combined with the ANC and this new in-ear design, it really gives you a fuller, more complete sound. So now the price. So if you're someone who purchased the AirPods 2 and you believe that they are indeed worth $200, then considering that the Pro has active noise cancellation, bigger vents, transparency mode, a better fit, and the sound quality is tenfolds better, then yes, the Pro is easily worth an additional $50 without question. However, if you're someone who never really cared for the sound of the previous AirPods and you were fortunate enough to experience other options in this $250 price range, like the Sennheiser Momentums, well, I still say yeah, the AirPods Pro are still worth the $250 price tag. Now I'm not saying that they're better than the Momentums, but they are at least in the conversation. Although Sennheiser has recently dropped their price from $299 to $249 and as low as $238 on Amazon. So that does make things a bit more difficult for the AirPods Pro. But that's just my opinion. But I'm curious to know what you guys think, so leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. So until next time, peace.